Hey there. The next thing we're going to do in our math class is talk about traveling. We've done gas mileage, we've done gas rates, we've talked about renting a car. So now we're going to rent a car and we're going to use a map to see how far we're going to travel. Now, I know we all have Google Maps and we all can type things into our phones to figure out how far things are going to be, how far we're going to travel. But we're going to take a look at a good old fashioned map and try to use the mileage markers to figure out how far we're going to be traveling. And then you're going to figure out how much, how long it's going to take you to do that. Okay. And again, it's real simple to get your phone out and say, oh, I'm going to be there in an hour and a half. But maybe you don't have service, whatever. This is just simple using a simple map skills. So if you take a look at this map in front of you, you notice that it has white circles, red numbers, other diagrams with blue on it. Let's go through the different symbols that it has to begin with. And the first thing we're going to take a look at are the symbols. So on this map, a town is represented with the little circles. So we here have the town of Bird, then Cass, Kimmel, Collins, Ellis, Bowling, Butler, Camden, Carter, LaBella, Frey, and Wago. So the towns are represented with the little circles. Then the different routes that your car can travel on. We have state routes that are represented with the white circles with black. So example would be State Route 12, State Route 15, travels from Butler to Ellis, then it turns into 12. 12 continues from Butler to Collins. We have State Route 9 and State Route 73. Then we have US highways. Those are in the red. So we have US Highway 43 going from Bird all the way to Collins. And then from Collins, it goes even farther north. We don't know where that goes to. We have 62 that cuts across this. And that's it for the state routes. I'm sorry, for the US highway. Then we have an interstate highway that's going to go all across the interstate. The only one pictured on this is Interstate 86. The mileage between towns are the red numbers between the dots, okay? So if we are starting in LaBella, where my little hand is, and we're going to Ellis along State Route 86, that is a 68-mile trip. Okay, see that? So if we start, let's say we start here at Wago, and we go to Camden, that's 32 miles. Then we go to Butler, that's 27 more miles. Then we go to Bowling, that's 24 miles. So to figure out your total miles, you'd have to add the 32, the 27, and the 24. Okay, so let's do a sample problem because it's going to not only ask you that, it's going to ask you to figure out how long it took you. Okay, so let's say we did that trip. Okay, let's go from Wago to Camden, which was 32 miles. Okay, then we're going to add 27, and we're going to add 24. Okay, so that equals, well, 7 and 2 are 9, 9 and 4 are, who's going to tell me? 13, carry my 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 73 miles. 83. Okay. So then what do? Well, then we have to take in our calculator. Let's say we went, it was all interstate, there was no traffic, and you could travel 55 miles an hour. Then what are you going to do? Well, then you're going to take that mileage and you're going to divide it by how fast you went. So we have 83. I'm going to use my ABC button. No, don't use your ABC button. I'm going to use my division. Divided by, I said 55 miles per hour. And you're going to come up with an answer. I hope you guys brought your calculators home. Okay, so let me get my calculator out. It equals 1.509090991. Okay, well, we're not going to put that many. We want to round it to the nearest tenth. So if it's the nearest tenth, we only need one digit behind the decimal. So my final answer would be 1.5 hours. Okay, so there's your final answer. Now, your assignment, I'm going to put some questions after this, and your assignment is to look up into here and answer the questions, obviously. You will need your calculator. Make sure you answer the questions. You need to make sure you answer the one ahead of it first and make sure it's correct, because some of your answers are going to depend on the question before. Okay? So if you have any questions, give me a shout with trying to figure out how to use this map. Okay?